Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Denver. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. If he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Oh, my son!
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
She'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Syracuse.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man. That's Dante Thornton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's Genty. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Give up the middle to Algier. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now, it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, he's elevated.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Broncos.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Pickens, first catch, and that's good for a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's second and 2. Here's Dobbins. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. Throwing, Nix. That is caught by the tight end, Evan Ingram. Down Denver. That is second TD catch of the season. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. Broncos are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? You pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations, because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Vegas.
Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
Here's Gentile. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff and keeps it to himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Thornton. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They get the big tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller there. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They try to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever, because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here, where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast, and the ball falls incomplete.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This one from 39 yards out. York's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. They'll go play action with Nix. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a second down. A run with Dobbins. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. Down to the 10. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Broncos. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Broncos move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Inside the 40. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it.
Still 1st down.
Back to throw is Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Nix to throw. This is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the right side and caught by Bowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up second down. Run right up the gut with Gentry. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
They'll throw out of the gun. That ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. And that is incomplete. Matt Bryant, the target there, and that'll set up fourth down.
The coverage by Nakobe Dean.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
And the Raider first down.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second down and 3. Back to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it up ahead. Both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so high. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On second down, Genty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the rush gets home. Hill goes down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. He'll give it to Dobbins. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have a Broncos first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a first.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. This one over the middle and caught by Bryant. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins. To the pylon, he's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now give to Genchi running right. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Raider 1st down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Horton. He's got it. Still going. And he's into the end zone. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Vegas. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They drive for 2, and it does not pan out.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Start on the ground. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Tyree Roten, former 7th overall pick. They're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a 1st down to boot.
At the 43-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this up to the 44. The carry on Richardson, they're on the tackle.
Carry on Richardson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, It's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll keep it on the ground with Genty. And this is going to work out a little better. He'll get 9 on that one. But they're going to need to convert on 3rd down.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
They'll try to pick it up with Genty. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38 and move those chains. 1st down.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on 3rd down. But even if he didn't, I think that 3rd down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on 4th.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tucker. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Defensively, bring him down for no gain.
A gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Raiders offense and their wideout Dante Thornton heading back out for their next possession. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll start on the ground with Algier. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Set up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Take off.
Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
50-yard line.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That's caught once again by Ingram. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball, but obviously the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
Louts another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Back to throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
On second down, it's Nix. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Trying to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't do it. That's a loss of a yard and leading to third down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. So here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to get back to a one-possession game.
You always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down the ball, but at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and the next time we get down there?
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be taken down. That's a pickup of 18. And will set up a very manageable 2nd and 2. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
18 Cardinal.
They run out of the gun with Genty. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Las Vegas.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
They'll run on 1st down with Algier. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
3-yard line.
2nd and inches.
Here we go. 60 each. Go.
run with Genty. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Once again, it's Genty. Powering forward. He's in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. York, good on the extra point. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Bo Nix now, and the Broncos down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 to go. Field goals useless now. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order as they begin with 1st down. He connects with Mims. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for the Broncos. 1st down.
They'll drop to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one's down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They finish off the first month of the season perfect, as the victory runs their mark to 4-0.